Our next topic, zero of a polynomial. So what is meant by zero of a polynomial? So first write the definition. What is meant by zero of a polynomial? A real number k is said to be zero of a polynomial. So a real number k is said to be zero of a polynomial p of x if p of k equal to 0. So a real number k is said to be a zero of a polynomial p of x if p of k equal to 0. Okay, let us understand this definition by using an example. Let us take an example. P of x is equal to x square minus 3x minus 4. So k value I am taking here it as 4. Means in the place of x we are replacing it with 4. So k is nothing but 4. So what happens? 4 whole square minus 3 into 4 minus 4. 4 square how much? 16. Minus 3 4 is 12. Minus 4. So if two negative signs are there, what you should do? Addition. So 12 plus 4 how much? 16. So 12 plus 4 is 16. Why? Because same sign means addition and keep the sign value. So 12 plus 4 16. Because both are same sign, that is minus. So I added and kept 16. But what is the sign of these two numbers? Minus. So I am keeping that. So 16 minus 16 is 0. Means when p of x, that is when we took k is equal to 4. When we took k is equal to 4. What happens? The p of x value will become 0. So then it is called as zero of a polynomial. That is only the definition. A real number k is said to be a zero of a polynomial p of x if p of k equal to 0. Means if I am taking p of k value as 4. I am taking p of k value as 4. Then what happens? The polynomial is becoming 0. So for that value of k, that is k is equal to 4, the value of the polynomial is 0. Then we can say that k is the 0 of that polynomial. Now we understood? K is the 0 of the polynomial. For what value the polynomial is becoming 0? So for what value? If we keep, for example, if we keep p value as 1. So what happens? P value as 1 means, take the polynomial function. P of x is equal to x square minus 3x minus 4. So it took value as 1. So in the place of x I am keeping 1. 1 square minus 3 into 1 minus 4. Okay. So 1 minus 3 minus 4. So again 1. 3 plus 4 7. Negative sign, that is minus 6. So here polynomial is 0. No, it is not a 0. So p of 1 is not a 0 of the polynomial. Whenever the function is the polynomial is 0, then only we can say that value is called the 0 of the polynomial. If it is not equal to 0, then we cannot say that it is a 0 of the polynomial. Understood? Now what is the difference between 0 of a polynomial and 0 polynomial? So students get confused here. That's why I am re-explaining this topic, because both are seeming like to be similar. So what is it? 0 of a polynomial and 0 polynomial. So now we understood what is 0 of a polynomial. Now what is 0 polynomial? If all the coefficients of the terms are 0. If all the coefficients of the terms are 0, then it is called 0 of the polynomial. Here each and every term of the polynomial is 0. So that is called 0 polynomial. Okay. What is 0 of a polynomial? For which value of k the polynomial is 0, that is called 0 of a polynomial. If all the terms are 0, then it is called 0 polynomial. If all the terms are 0 in a polynomial, then it is called 0 polynomial. If all the terms are 0 in a polynomial, it is called 0 polynomial. For a particular value of k, if the polynomial is 0, then it is called 0 of a polynomial. Now you understood the difference? Next topic, geometrical meaning of zeros of a polynomial. In CBSE, concept is very important. So if you learn the concept very well, then you can answer the questions very easily. So based on the concepts only, the questions will come in the exam. So don't by heart the questions from the exercises. First learn the concept and then practice the questions. Then if the question changes also, you can answer it very easily. So that's why I am explaining each and every concept very clearly. Try to understand. Okay. Geometrical meaning of zeros of a polynomial. So what is meant by the geometrical meaning of zeros of a polynomial? We are going to explain. Okay. Let here p of x is a polynomial. Okay. From the starting we are saying p of x is a polynomial. Let p of x is equal to y. Let p of x is equal to y. So for every value of x, there exists a unique value of y. For every value of x, there exists a unique value of y. So for every value of x, we are getting a unique value of y. So what happens? There arises a ordered pair, that is x comma y. So we got an ordered pair x comma y for the polynomial p of x, because for every value of x, we are getting a unique value of y. So we got an ordered pair x comma y. So this represents a point in a coordinate plane. So let it represent here. So this is representing a point. This is representing a point in the coordinate plane. So like that, a set of such points like x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3, like that set of such points will come. So what happened? That set of such points will give the graph of a polynomial. So using the set of polynomials like this, x1, y1, x2, y2 and so on. What is happening? We are after marking the points, we will draw a line on the points. We are drawing a line according to the points. So what happens? We are getting set of such points. So using set of such points, we are able to draw the graph of a polynomial. So this is nothing but graph of a polynomial or geometrical representation of a polynomial. Here what we are doing? We are representing the polynomial geometrically. Means we are representing here the graph of the polynomial. It is nothing but graph of the polynomial or geometrical representation of the polynomial. Okay. Now, what is the zero of the polynomial? Zeros of a polynomial. Zeros of a polynomial is nothing but when a graph is given, what is the zeros of a polynomial? So what is the zeros of a polynomial means? It is nothing but the x coordinates. It is nothing but the x coordinates intersecting graph y is equal to p of x at x-axis. So what are the zeros of the polynomial means? The graph y is equal to p of x should intersect only at the x-axis. So in that x-axis, we should take only the x coordinate. Okay. Means here, suppose for example, if you draw a graph, that is y is equal to p of x. For the polynomial y is equal to p of x, we are drawing a graph. So what is the zero of a polynomial for that graph is, we should take only the x-axis intersection point. So we are not going to take this. Okay. We are taking only the x-axis. Where the graph intersects x-axis? The graph intersects x-axis here, not here. So we will going to take the x-coordinate of this, where the graph is intersecting x-axis. So here the graph is intersecting y-axis. So we are not taking that. So we are going to take the value of x-coordinate where the graph is intersecting the x-axis. So where the graph is intersecting x-axis? Here. So at that value, we should take only the x-coordinate. That is called zero of the polynomial. Here look at, here the graph y is equal to p of x is intersecting at the y-axis. Intersecting at y-axis. So we are not going to take this x1 as a 0 of the polynomial. So for this graph, what is the 0 of the polynomial? x2 is the 0 of the polynomial. Why? It is intersecting the x-axis. The graph y is equal to p of x is intersecting the x-axis. So there we are taking the x coordinate. Now you understand what is the 0 of a polynomial, where what value we should take. Okay. So next topic, graph of a constant polynomial p of x is equal to 7. So what is a constant polynomial? P of x is equal to 7. So I am taking an example for the constant polynomial, that is p of x is equal to 7. So let us draw the graph for that. So when we need to draw the graph, we should take the x-axis and y-axis. Let us take it as x-axis. So here negative x-axis we will represent as x dash, and this is y-axis and this is y dash. Negative y-axis we will represent as y dash. Negative x-axis we will represent as x dash. Positive x-axis, x-axis. Positive y-axis, y-axis. And this is nothing but origin 0, 0. So 1, 2, 3. Positive numbers we will write here. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, so on. Here minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, so on. Here plus 1, plus 2, so on, plus 7. So what is the graph we need to draw? Y is equal to p of x, that is equal to 7. So what we are assuming for graph, like p of x is equal to y. So p of x is equal to 7, that is equal to y. So where we got the point? Here. So y is equal to 7. So what we got here? Here we got a straight line parallel to the x-axis. What is this? A straight line parallel to x-axis. So what is the graph we have got here is the straight line that is parallel to x-axis. Means here the graph is not at all meeting the x-axis. So the graph is not at all meeting the x-axis. So what happens here? The 0 of a polynomial does not exist. Does not exist. Okay. Here 0 of a polynomial does not exist. Why? Because the graph is not at all intersecting the x-axis. Okay. Now we understood what is the graph of the constant polynomial. The zeros of a polynomial does not exist for the constant polynomial. Why? Because we are getting a straight line parallel to the x-axis and the graph is not at all intersecting the x-axis. So the 0 of the polynomial does not exist. Okay. Next, graph of a linear polynomial. What is the linear polynomial? P of x is equal to 3x plus 4. Let P of x is equal to y. Let P of x is equal to y. So let us draw the graph again. 0, 0, 0, x dash, y dash, y. So here the graph is P of x. So 1, 2. So positive and negative values I am writing. Okay. So when I took, so y is equal to 3x plus 4. So let us take a table. So x value, y value we are taking. Okay. So when I take x value as 0, what happens? It is 0. 3 into 0 plus 4, how much? 4. So y value is 4. So if I took y value as 0, I am taking y value as 0. 0 is equal to, so y is equal to 3x plus 4. So y value 0 I took. So what is the answer we got? Plus 4 when it comes to other side will become minus 4. So x is equal to minus 4 by 3. So when I took y value as 0, the x value is minus 4 by 3. So what is the point 0, 4? 0, 4. So 0, 4 means it is a point. Next, y 0, minus 4 by 3. What is the decimal representation of minus 4 by 3? Minus 1.333. So it will come around here. So what is the point here? Y value is 0 and x value is minus 4 by 3. So then what is the 0 of the polynomial here? Minus 4 by 3 is the 0 of a polynomial. Why? Because the graph. So we are after writing the points, we are drawing a line joining the points. So here the graph y is equal to 3x plus 4 is intersecting the x-axis at this point. So at this point, what is x coordinate? Minus 4 by 3. So that is called the 0 of the polynomial. Again I am repeating. Here the graph p of x is equal to 3x plus 4 is intersecting the x-axis at this point. So at this point, what is the x coordinate? Minus 4 by 3. So that is called the 0 of the polynomial. The graph should intersect the x-axis at some point. At that point, what is x coordinate? That is called the 0 of the polynomial. So how the graph is like? Linear, means straight line. Straight line means nothing but that is a straight line intersecting the x-axis. That is a linear polynomial. Here in the constant polynomial, it is also a straight line, but it is parallel to the x-axis and it is not meeting the x-axis at any point. So the 0 of a polynomial does not exist. Understood?